Forward another one of Abner's beloved rabbi friends, my friend, Rabbi Brad Artson.
How do we memorialize someone who in our community was not only a giant, but so deeply loved? The Torah notices that when the great sage Moses dies, the men all cry for 30 days. But when his brother Aaron dies, the men and the women and the children cry for an entire year. Moses had the ability to organize and to lead, a necessary and valuable thing, but Aaron touched and transformed lives while leading. And I think about my dear friend Abner as someone who has touched all of our lives, certainly mine. I met Abner and Roz when I was a brand new, barely unwrapped rabbi, and they made a point of taking me under their wing while pointing out how inexperienced and young I was. And they have become like family to me. For the last 2 decades, I have had the great honor and privilege of carrying their name in my title, the Abner and Rosalind Goldstine Dean's Chair, and to sit in the office that carries their name. And when I think about what made Abner special, I want to highlight just a few things. The first, Roz, he loved you with all his heart. And we all know that that isn't something to take for granted. And that spilled out in circles embracing his family. Ethan, you also just lit up his life. It is so typical of Abner, and I want to say 2 things. My last 2 conversations with him, he's in bed and he won't answer, "How are you doing?" He deflects that. He always deflected that. But what he did want to talk about was the 2 of you and his grandchildren and his family. Because he was always facing outward, always embracing the world, always curious, always with opinions. He was a lifelong learner, as has been mentioned, not only at UCLA, but he was a core part of this amazing, unique group, the Prophets, which it was my privilege to teach, and several other people here have had the pleasure of teaching. He was constantly asking questions, and I don't know anyone who more greatly honored the people who he was a mentor for. Abner never made me feel stupid. He always made me feel like in his eyes, I could take on any challenge. And because of his faith and inspiration and also subtle wisdom, I could take on those challenges. There are people in life who you meet and they become so a part of you that you are changed by their love and their kindness. Abner and Roz have made my professional life possible, and they have made my personal life beautiful because of their steady care and their constant presence. And how many of us are here today because of that same reality. His love for the Jewish people, his resisting political cant and oversimplifications. To talk with Abner about any political issue was to enter into a realm of complexity and passion and integrity and somehow clarity at the same time. And always curious, and what do you think? The work of mourning, my friends, is to take what is outside and move it inside. Abner Goldstine is no longer out there to sit across the table, to share a cup of coffee, to have a meal. But he is now in here, and our work and your work will be to welcome him in and to know that he is there whenever you seek him, always available in your heart for every day of your life. Rest in peace, Abner. God bless.